Here's 6 common bag mistakes you don't want to be making as a beginner and how to fix them so you can improve your boxing. So the first mistake you don't want to be making, as Kenzie is demonstrating here, so he's hitting the bag, which is great, it's a good stab, but he hasn't moved, his head hasn't moved. He's staying in one spot, he's only focusing on attack. What I want you to do now is move your feet and move your head at the same time. So instead of just standing in one spot, go on, start hitting the bag. Now he's going to be a little bit more active. Now this is such an easy fix because the bag isn't there to just let you hit it. You need to get moving. If you were in a boxing match, you would have to get moving as well. So keep that in mind when you're hitting the bag. So the next thing we're going to talk about is not using your jab enough. So as you can see, Kenzie's hooking the bag a lot now, but he's not using them straight shots. What happens when we go back to range? In the ring, or if you're sparring or fighting, you need to be able to utilize them long straight shots. So now if you step out, Kenzie, start your combos with a jab. Everything off of the jab now. There we go. We're utilizing them straight shots, changing the range and keeping it different. You don't want to get comfortable just hooking and uppercuts because your straight shots and your jab are really important to use when you're hitting the bag and when you're boxing. So the next mistake I want to talk about is standing too upright. Now, as you can see there, Kenzie's close to the bag. And if he was boxing someone and he was that close to them, I want him to sit down a little bit more, all right? So we don't need to stand right up here. Now Kenzie can develop more power in them punches and have a bit of strength and stability to him. Rather than being upright, when you can't really use your leg strength, just sit down a little bit. Then you can start working on hooks and uppercuts and have stronger, better punches. The next mistake I want to talk about is throwing too many punches. Too many punches. What exactly do I mean by that? So what you can see Kenzie's doing here, he's just standing in one spot, throwing a bunch of punches. It's not realistic. Again, in a spar or in a fight, you're not just going to stand there and throw. You want to throw a few punches, move, go again, reset, go again. So show us what that looks like now. A few punches, move and reset. So Kenzie's going to hit the bag. There we go. We're going to make it a bit more realistic. We're not just aimlessly standing there punching a bag for the fun of it. We need to get moving and treat it like we're actually boxing. Much better in time. And that's one mistake which is easily fixable. Now the next mistake we're going to be talking about is not throwing enough punches. Now what Kenzie's demonstrating here is a little bit of laziness. Now I see it a lot in the gym. A lot of us get really lazy. We kind of just stand around, hit the bag a couple of times, move around a little bit, maybe throw another 1 or 2 shots, and it's not enough. This isn't going to get you fit and ready for a boxing fight. So imagine if someone puts it on you, puts the pressure up, and they're throwing high numbers of punches. You need to be able to match that. So the last mistake was throwing too many punches while staying in one spot. Now we're not throwing enough. Now Kenzie, I want you to up the work rate a little bit. Let's make it a bit more realistic now. Let's go straight in. There we go. See how there? It's a few punches, then a little bit of movement. A few punches, bit of movement. We're not just throwing 1s and 2s and waiting. That's a mistake you don't want to make, especially as a beginner. So the final mistake we're going to be going through is not practicing your range control. Now, as you can see Kenzie here, he's kind of just standing in front of the bag, throwing any shots that he feels like it. Instead, what I want him to do is actually let the bag swing a little bit and use that to practice his footwork and his in and out work. So Kenzie, if you go back on the bag now if I give the bag a little swing, now practice moving with your feet, getting the range right, coming forward, that's it. Now you can see the difference there. He's now thinking about what he's doing and actually using his feet to box. He's not just aimlessly throwing punches, he's working in different ranges because your opponent isn't just going to stand in one spot. They're going to move forward, back, left and right. So practicing your range is such a simple and easy thing to do when you hit the bag that you don't want to miss out on. Now that's 6 common mistakes that you could be making on the bag that are so easy to change and fix. I want to thank Kenzie for being in this video and being a very helpful hand and demonstrating what being lazy and not great looks like and the difference to how to actually develop and improve on that. If you enjoyed this video, check the description as I do have an online program called Boxing School where you can learn boxing and a few other free goodies that you can go and grab for yourself as well. Thanks for watching and I'll see you later.